I know this is going to sound corny, but I think the best instrument you're going to have in your studio are your own ears, because I've seen a lot of musicians who are not film composers come up with interesting things because there's something that they hear, there's something that they're trying to figure out, and they may not be engineers, they may not be synth programmers, but they go through the process of turning knobs and messing around with things, and you start to come up with things that are very unique. My thing is, don't be afraid to try anything. I don't care what it is, whether it's recording something, whether it's trying to program a sound, program a delay on an acoustic instrument. Let your imagination run wild. Nothing should be out of bounds, in any film that you do, no matter what type of film it is either. Because sometimes, you'll look at a film and you say, oh, this film should have this type of music. Well, that's just your first impression. Sometimes I try to run the gambit. I always imagine, my kids when they're down. My studio's in my attic, and I always imagine my kids when they're downstairs. They just think I'm nuts because the sound palette that I will go through, and trying to determine a certain type of color for a film, it can be vast. And the other thing that I would say to you too, one of the things that I've had to learn is that, sometimes we get very busy working on films, and we get inundated with trying to come up with a sound and trying to create a sound and finish the project. So that when we finish, we want to take a break, right? I would say to you, when you finish, that's when you do more study. Because one of the things is, we all know, when you get in the heat of the battle, you don't have a lot of time to sit down and learn all of the functions of things, right? So when I have my downtime, my kids think I'm a nerd. They think I'm just the corniest dude on the planet because I'm always online. I'm always online checking out what other people do, what other people talk about. I'm always experimenting in my studio with stuff that's probably never going to get used in another film, just so I can get some type of experience of working with, whether it be microphone placement, whether it be working with reverbs, whether it be working with delays, synths, anything, any aspect of sound creation. When you have downtime, you should be informing yourself about constantly.